Check, check, check. We are live, allegedly. Hold on. I think I got my microphone working, which if you've been following the saga the past few weeks, you know it's been an absolute fucking shit show trying to get this new computer situation taken care of. And yeah, I don't know how well you can see it if it's hidden behind the Halloween Spooktacular whatever the fuck you call it, graphic up there, but I am dressed as a big shithead. You could call me a lazy-eyed piece of shit. But give me a sec. I want to check the audio on Facebook. There are only 2 of you watching right now anyway, so I don't feel too bad about offending anyone. Un momento, por favor. Come on. Where is it? There we are. All right, let me just make sure. On Facebook, there are only 2 of you watching. All right, there we go. It appears to be working. Okay, I'll put that away. Yeah, trick or treat, motherfuckers. Obviously, you see the big costume tits on the screen. Because of course we start every episode of Sacktap Live here with a nice big set of tits on the screen to draw your eyes. Bring your attention forward. Get focused on what is about to unfold. And it's Halloween weekend. We've been doing costume tits all month for Halloween. As you can see, like I just said, I am dressed. I'm a lazy-eyed piece of shit for Halloween. I just want to take a sec before we get into this to ask you to tell your friends that if they like big tits, they can check out the live stream here. They can find it facebook.com/The Savage Crew. Mike Montone on YouTube. We usually go live 8 o'clock Friday nights. I try to do it every Friday unless some sort of, whatever the fuck gets in the way and I got to go do something else. But yeah, so you can find the video there. You can find me on Twitter at Mike Montone. You can find me on Instagram at Gary_Moiler. And the podcast. For those of you who, for whatever reason, are not into big tits and would just rather listen to the show, you can certainly do that. You can download the podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Spreaker, everywhere you can find podcasts. You can find the Savage Sacktap, and if you can't, for whatever reason, find it in your favorite podcatcher, let me know, and I will submit the RSS feed and get that going. The podcast version is called the Savage Sacktap. When we do these live videos, it is Sacktap Live. And with no further ado, I apologize. The big tits will be going away shortly. But what do you say we get this thing started? Trick or treat, go on the internet and jerk off to pictures of women's feet, but don't indulge your fetish just yet. It's the last show of October, and that means it's the Savage Sacktap Halloween Spooktacular, and it's starting right now.
You're listening to the Savage Sacktap. It's not a podcast, it's not a half-cast, it's just a quick shot to the balls to help you finish off the week. We're cutting through the bullshit, filling your Friday with rage-fueled logic, and cracking a few jokes along the way. So grab a bag of frozen peas. There's a Savage Sacktap coming your way.
Smooth, lascivious, salacious, outrageous.
Okay, the titties do have to go away for just a second. Well, not just a second. About the better part of an hour. The tits will be gone. I'm sorry. I'll try to put on a good show in the meantime. The tits will be back later. Come for the tits, stay for the lazy eye. That's it. That's the spirit, Thomas Hager. Thank you. Yeah, I am Mike Montone. This is the Savage Sacktap, and like I said, I am a lazy-eyed piece of shit. I do enjoy Halloween, though. It's always a fucking blast. The candy and vandalism holiday when you're a kid, and then you become an adult, and it's all about chicks dressing like sluts. That's fun. I can get into a holiday that's about sluts, candy, and vandalism. I think is something that we can all get behind. And as you know, I am wont to do a little bit of reading, and one thing that I do, and this is, I'm gonna be honest, I know it's not a PC thing to say, but this is gonna sound gay as fuck. But one of the things that I have been known to do is around a holiday, like last year I did with Christmas. I read a book about the history of Christmas. This year I'm reading about the history of Halloween. And again, one of my favorite parts of Halloween was when I was a kid was the vandalism. I loved the wanton destruction, and there was a lot of that went on. But I noticed that there was a stark difference, and I'm going to show this to you in a second. A stark difference between, there's like two groups of people celebrating Halloween. They're the people having fun destroying shit, and then there are these weirdos playing these bizarre, shitty fucking parlor games. So I earmarked a few in this this old-timey Halloween book, and I wanted to share them with you because it's fucking bad. Like, you would blow your fucking brains out if you were doing any of this shit. Page 52. Like, this is just a recipe for an awful fucking childhood. They used to do this, it's called, kale... Well, first of all, you have to... This is about Scotland. This is Halloween in Scotland. We're doing a lot of weird shit with vegetables over there. Cabbages are important in Scotch superstition. Children believe that if they pile cabbage stalks round the doors and windows of the house, the fairies will bring them a new brother or sister. I don't know. That doesn't make an ounce of fucking sense. Like, cabbage is kind of it's kind of a gross vegetable. And the way you get a brother or sister is that dad dumps a load inside of mom, or the neighbor dumps a load inside of mom while dad's out working the cabbage field. I don't know where they got, like, cabbage isn't an aphrodisiac. That's fucking stupid. What a terrible... Could you fucking imagine? Think back to the Halloweens of your youth. If instead of doing whatever fun thing you did, like, having a sleepover and watching slasher movies, going out and fucking egging, the neighbor's house, getting candy, scaring people, whatever you did that was fun on Halloween as a kid, what if instead of doing that, you were hanging around the house, piling cabbage around the window until mom and dad started fucking? The really weird way to spend your Halloween. Kale pulling. They did this shit. Apparently, whatever the deal is here, people trying to get laid were obsessed with leafy green vegetables because single and unengaged people went out hand in hand blindfolded to the cabbage garden. I mean, this is fucking terrible. This is an awful fucking game. And were unbandaged. Or they pulled the first stalk they came upon, brought it back to the house, and were unbandaged. The size and shape of the stalk indicated the appearance of the future husband or wife. What the I don't... That, again, this doesn't make a fucking ounce of sense. People must have been bored as shit back in the old days to make up games where you're walking... This is the most nonsensical load of shit I've ever fucking heard. This makes even less sense than piling cabbage around the window so you can get a new brother or sister. Like, you're gonna pull a leaf of cabbage off of a cabbage. I don't know, whatever a fucking... It's a head of cabbage, you're gonna peel a leaf off of the head, and that's gonna tell you if your wife's gonna be a piece of ass or whether she's gonna be a fat load. wouldn't you would pull like the skinniest piece. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna wind up getting hitched to some 95-pound barely legal piece of ass, not some fucking trailer park tub. This is fucking stupid. Page 68. Oh, this is great. The English. If you thought the Scottish sucked, wait till you hear about what the English did. Here we go. They were into apple peeling. How's that sound for a Halloween party? It's tomorrow, it's Saturday night, Halloween weekend. Maybe you're going to a party. There're gonna be a bunch of chicks there dressed like sluts. Their big tits are gonna be hanging out. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna have a lot of fun. Do you think anyone's gonna be doing some apple peeling? Which this is what happens. An apple is peeled all in one piece, and the paring swung 3 times around the head and dropped behind the left shoulder. If it does not break and is looked at over the shoulder, it forms the initial of the true sweetheart's name. And they have this stupid fucking poem that I guess when you're spinning the apple peel around your head, you recite this poem, and I pair this pippin round and round again, my sweetheart's name to flourish on the plain. I fling the unbroken pairing over my head, a perfect L upon the ground is read. I guess the guy who wrote the poem, his name is Gay, so I love that after I read the last line there, it just says gay in big capital letters, because that's the perfect descriptor. This is fucking terrible. You should have just killed yourself if you were alive at this time. I guess this is like, the 1600s. This is what people did for entertainment. Like, this sounds fucking terrible. What else is there? There's another one that I earmarked. Page 112. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's so much here to read about this awful... They have a game where they hang apples from the ceiling, and they tie the other end to a candle, and they try to take a bite out of the apple, but they might miss and accidentally take a bite out of a fucking candle. Whoever dares to seize a mouthful of apple must risk being blinded by flour. Oh, so I guess they have one where they hang a bag of flour on a stick, and if you try and it's on the other end is an apple, and if you try to eat the apple, you might wind up catching the flour in the face, because I guess they spin it around. What a shitty game. You go to someone's party and you wind up with a fucking face full of flour, and all you get, if you don't get the flour to the face, your reward is a bite of an apple. What a shitty fucking game. Can you imagine? You have a bunch of chicks over, you're having a Halloween party, and you play this fucking apple and flour game? How quickly they would leave? They're gonna go find some guy who's got cocaine and blow him, and you're gonna be there with you and your fucking loser buddies are playing this apple and flour game? This is fucking terrible. I am so glad that was not my Halloween. Because there are people who have fun on Halloween. And, I love this shit. Thomas Hager makes a good point. Imagine how horny you'd have to be either to make this up or do this shit. Yeah. People are just coming up with weird fucking games so they could try to get laid out in a cabbage patch. You're out there, you're blindfolded. These are all, yeah, these are all games. These are all fucking games designed to like trick women into fucking you. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to we're going to the cabbage patch. We're gonna be blindfolded and tied together. We're gonna be all alone out there. We're gonna pick some cabbage. We're gonna find out what our future spouse is gonna be. It's like this contrived romantic thing. These guys were trying fucking anything. I do. One of my favorite one of the highlights of my youth really was I loved vandalism of any kind. Really a lot of fun. I realize I look back on it now, and obviously we did a lot of shitty stuff. I mean, it's still in retrospect hilarious. I missed out on the summer that my friends decided it would be an awesome way to kill a few months by walking around town with a super soaker filled with like gasoline and a Zippo, and they were just like torching street signs. I was grounded that summer because I got caught drinking. But I love any kind of shenanigans like that. We used to drive around and throw Slurpees at people. We used to a lot of drive-by eggings. Just shit like that. Like things that if I was on the receiving end of one now, I'd be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. But as a teenager, it's just the greatest way to spend a Saturday night. And obviously, the night before Halloween, whatever you call it, there's Gate Night, Mischief Night, Devil's Night, Goosey Night, Cabbage Night, all these different fucking regional traditions all really revolve around vandalism, which I love and appreciate as a fan of Halloween. And in this day and age, obviously, with Karens and overbearing mothers and social media and what have you, things have gotten a little like watered down, I guess is the best way to put it. And I feel like that's kind of shitty. Like back in the old days, they used to. I was watching this History Channel documentary on Halloween, which you check it out on YouTube when after this is over. It's I mean it's an early 2000s History Channel documentary about Halloween, so it's not the most fucking in-depth thing, but it's kind of like cheesy entertaining if you want to get stoned and sit on the couch. Anyway, they're describing these like old-timey Halloween pranks, and I absolutely loved it. Like they would do they have a little sketch here. Let me see if I can share it right quick. Chrome tab, sorry. I'm a little baked. Yeah, these little fuckers stole someone's gate. I just find it wildly entertaining that like kids could get away with shit like that back then. Apparently, a lot of front stairs were also removable, so people would go around stealing your stairs. So when you walked out in the morning, you'd drop like 3 feet and break a fucking ankle. And they were setting shit on fire. There's just all sorts of really scummy shit. The kids would go around with like sacks of flour, and if some guy was walking down the street in like a dark colored suit, they'd wind up and fucking blast him in the back so his fucking suit got destroyed. It just seems like it was a really good time. And then you juxtapose that with these jerk-offs who are inside fucking eating an apple off of a candlestick or whatever the fuck was considered entertainment back then. So it just looked like fun, and I love, like, these two look like complete fucking fruitcakes. Look at these fucking dandies. This guy, this fucking jerk-off socks. Like, this kid would get bullied. This kid would get bullied into suicide in this day and age, this little jerk-off in the brown suit. But back then in the, whatever year this was, 1920, back then he was a little rascal, a little scamp. Stealing somebody's gate the night before Halloween. Good for him. Fun way to spend the holiday. So another thing that I read about in the this Halloween book is there are haunted houses that people visit on Halloween. Christian like fundamentalists, like the evangelicals, the really hardcore ones, set up these. They're called hell houses, and they're essentially haunted houses. But instead of like fun Halloween things, it's like abortions and shit, which I think is actually kind of awesome. Like I want to go check one out. I didn't find out about this until within the last week or so. So I didn't have time to squeeze it into my schedule, but they combine interactive theater and haunted house scare tactics with the goal of impressing on each patron that the fact that the forces of good and evil are at war for their soul. Scaring people into salvation has often been a part of Christian tradition. Dante wrote about it in the Inferno, and the Puritans had their own way of scaring Christians with the afterlife. But the immersive medium of a hell house is a somewhat new way of scaring people into virtue, and it is terrifying. So there's this one called Trinity Church Hell House, which I guess in 1999 they recreated the Columbine shooting, like 6 months after it happened. Could you fucking imagine doing that in this day and age? Oh my god. You would get shot. Like, people would fucking lose it. Oh. They portrayed the killers as agents of Satan, aiming to slaughter all the Christian students. And yeah, I pulled a few pictures of it, because it's wild. Wild stuff. Here we go. They call this the domestic violence room. I'm going to be honest. I did not realize that this was supposed to be domestic violence the first time I saw it. I thought, when I was looking at like the smaller version, I thought it was like a rape, or like he was choking her and fucking her, and it was like a room to warn you against deviant sex. But now I look at it, and it does look like he's choking out either his wife or live-in girlfriend. And there's police caution tape across the side. So I guess what they're saying is that this was the scene of an eventual spousal homicide. So that's fun. That's fun for your holiday. Let's see, what else? Let me see if I can find another one. Where are we now? Oh no, sorry. That's for later. I I have to. That's for a later story. Don't worry. De Blasio is coming. I'm sorry. Just a little accidental tease. Yeah, we do have some De Blasio fun lined up for later. Fucking, he is such a jerk off. Is this what I wanted to share next? Yeah, I believe I think this is a miscarriage. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how big that's showing up on your. Can I zoom in on this? No, I'm sorry. I believe this tiny kind of image here is a miscarriage. Right before that, she was on top of Ray Liotta but couldn't pull the trigger. Very good. Very nice Goodfellas reference, Thomas. Yeah, I think straight Matt Ramsey that this is a miscarriage. I think, because she has her pants on. It looks. Is she wearing some sort of garment? Yeah. If it was a botched abortion, I would think the pants would be down. This looks like she just fucking miscarried while she was lying on the hospital bed. But either way, fun. Lots of fun. What's next? Let's check out another one. Oh, good. Oh, that's nice. So this is a teenage girl in her bedroom watching TV with a pistol to her head, and I guess I guess she's gonna blow her brains out. I mean, I guess I'd blow my brains out too if I had such a shitty TV. Get with the fucking times, broad. No wonder you're fucking miserable. What is that? That's fucking... You cheap fuck. Do we have another one? There might be another one. Let me see. Un momento, por favor. No, we are all out of them. Yeah, so that's a little look at the hell houses. I got to go to one next year. I know the article is trying to portray them in a negative light, but honestly, it looks like a shitload of fun. It would be great taking an edible and going to a Christian hell house. I feel like would be a fantastic way to spend like an October weekend next year. I might have to do that. Maybe go do a few interviews outside of the exhibit. If anyone knows of one in the New York area, please let me know, because that sounds like it would be a fucking blast. Just getting a little high and going and watching an abortion or a miscarriage or some guy, some booze bag walk into a bedroom and choke his wife to death. That's fun. That Halloween actually kicks off the Christmas season. Like if you go back and read the history of holidays, like a jerk off, like I've been doing. So that's how this Trinity Hell House is kicking off the Christmas time season. Is with a display that features a teenage girl about to end her life and some guy about to end his wife's. Good, clean fun. I love it. I'm not a huge scary movie guy. They just never did anything for me. I don't find them incredibly tittillating. Like when I get bored when they're trying to build suspense. Like I kind of fall out of the movie, and I'm just not into them. But apparently, this has been going around the internet, and I can't tell if this is real or fake, like if people are just fucking around, but apparently, allegedly, fucking Mike Myers, the fucking... One sec. I'm going to pull up, there's a tweet here I want to share with you. Yeah, so apparently Mike Myers is a homophobe because he killed I guess I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but in the latest Halloween movie, he kills a gay couple or some shit. Halloween Kills, which I haven't seen it. I don't give a fuck if I just spoiled something for you. You're a fucking grown-up. And it's a Halloween movie. But yeah, people are... psychopathic serial killer Michael Myers might have more issues than just his penchant for murder. Apparently, the internet is gravely concerned about his bigotry against gay people. The latest iteration of the masked madman is being accused by some truthers of being homophobic for offing a same-sex couple in the new Halloween Kills movie, which came out about a week ago. And what's fascinating about this is that I can't tell if this is real or if people are just being like trolly and kind of goofing on it, like, oh, like this is what a woke jackass would say, just kind of being ironic, having some fun. It feels like a troll, but we live in such a psychotic time where people are so wacky and unhinged that you could see how this could actually read as legitimate outrage. That's what I think is actually the funniest thing about this story, is not so much the fact that people have suggested that he's a homophobe, but that in this day and age, we have no idea. I legitimately don't know whether to think this is real or fake. If it is real, I mean, it just feels too woke to be true. If it is real, I don't understand. You can't get mad about a villain doing villain things. I mean, he's, villainous things, right? He's a villain. He's not a hero. So it wouldn't even make sense to be mad about this. You'd be like, you see, the bad guy's a homophobe. He's even worse. But there's this little element that makes me think, oh, maybe it is real. Then again, Chucky the Killer Doll, for example, who's got a new series out where he acknowledges a child of his who is gender fluid. And apparently this is now canon to Chucky, is that he is a gender fluid child. Many in the LGBT community praise the showrunners for including it in the storyline and for Chucky showing empathy to it. So that's like the confusing twist here. Are people serious about Michael Myers being a homophobe because they actually give a shit about this kind of thing? And is this Chucky thing kind of a reflection of that? Or are people just fucking around and having a good time and trying to get, like, the Fox Newses of the world in an uproar about, like, oh, now they're mad about this fucking cancel culture shit. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure. I would love to know what you people think about this, because I am really, I'm a bit stymied. Yeah, I don't know. I guess if it's true, it proves Chappelle's point that people don't give a shit if you kill someone, you just can't be a homophobe. Like, I feel like which would be really funny. It would be hilarious if Dave Chappelle's point was, like, kind of meets, because this is the recent thing that, one of the things Chappelle's been in the news for is saying that, what was it, which rapper was it, DaBaby? Like, shot, I think it was one of these fucking, millennial rappers apparently shot somebody in a Walmart and, like, killed him, and nobody gave a shit, but then he said a bunch of homophobic shit on stage or on social media, and everyone went ballistic, so Chappelle was like, yeah, so if you're keeping track at home, you're allowed to kill somebody, you just can't be a homophobe. So it would be funny if, at the exact same time that Chappelle was pointing that out, if there was legitimate outrage about a murderer being a homophobe in a movie. That would be really, really delightful, I think. I think that would be fucking hilarious. Also hilarious, and kind of sad, if we're going to be honest. I'm going to, let me, sorry, a little phlegm caught in my throat. Let me get this tweet out of the way and move on to something else. I find this hilarious, but also sad, and it's just like this sad marker of fucking where society's at right now, and kids are getting fucked because of it. Seattle school cancels Halloween parade over equity issues. A Seattle Public Schools elementary school has canceled its Halloween parade, saying the event has historically marginalized students of color who don't celebrate the holiday. Seattle Public Schools said in an emailed statement that for at least 5 years, the BF Day Elementary School's race and equity team, first of all, you don't need that. That's not a thing that we are reaching peak fucking lunacy here, has been discussing the parade, the Seattle Times reported. These jackasses, this is what they do. It's extortion. This is extortion. People are getting paid, I bet, cush fucking amounts of money to be like, these are school administrator jobs, and they have spent 5 years. They have wasted 5 years of taxpayer money discussing whether the Halloween parade is equitable. The team with staff input made the recommendation to cancel the parade, the statement said. The district in an email said some students had requested to be isolated on campus while the event took place. School district officials and Principal Stanley Jaskett declined to answer questions from the newspaper about the cancellation. The statement cited the district's unwavering commitment to students of color in announcing it was committed to supplanting the pumpkin parade. Yes, the evil pumpkin parade. You remember those from the antebellum South? They would have the pumpkin parades, where they would make the slaves dress up in costumes. And I mean, this is just fucking amazing. It was committed to supplanting the pumpkin parade with more inclusive and educational opportunities during the school day. That's what everyone wants to do on Halloween. They want to engage in inclusive educational opportunities. You know what's inclusive? Dressing up with your friends in costumes and eating candy together and watching a scary movie. You know, like a big group of friends and having a parade together. Like a big, doing something fun. That's, including people in the fun. Amazing. School district officials said they haven't received complaints about the costume parade from families at the school. This is amazing. Nobody complained. These nut jobs on this fucking panel just went rogue and said, fuck it, Halloween is canceled. Attention campers, Halloween has been canceled due to a lack of hustle. Deal with it. Halloween has been canceled due to a lack of diversity. Halloween has been canceled because we have to justify our probably high fucking 5-figure, possibly 6-figure school administrator jobs. And the best way to do that is by doing something extreme like this, so we drum up a bunch of press, and then people can see how much we're putting into this equity and diversity bullshit. And we can extort them for, $90,000 a year plus benefits. And we canceled the Halloween parade. What fucking assholes. Has there ever been a bigger group of just ineffectual nothings who are out to ruin the fun for everybody while they seize power than public educators in the year 2021? Like, they're the ones who have driven, like, all the reopening shit. They're the reason your kids have to get fucking vaccinated now. They're the ones who had kids sitting in fucking, like, plastic tents inside of classrooms like fucking assholes. Public educators are a bunch of fucking jerk-offs. Literally, with the exception of high school football coaches who are, like, the best. The rest of them are just a bunch of fucking assholes. I love Tim Dillon, and I've mentioned this before. He refers to them as vacation enthusiasts. They're just a bunch of dicks who want to fucking enforce bullshit rules and get summers off while still making a full-time salary, but complaining about how much they get paid. And it's really infuriating that, like, because if you have a fucking brain, you're off doing something in like the private sector, right? Or you're rising through the ranks of, like, the military or government or something like that if you have a fucking brain. These fucking vacation enthusiasts, these fucking dopes, they just have access to everybody's kids for 40 hours a week. Like, this is who is crafting the future of the country. It's a 27-year-old chick who wanted summers off and who wants to make a name for herself by canceling the Halloween parade. Just imagine what generations raised by these jackasses are going to grow up to be like. Holding Halloween celebrations are becoming less common in schools, both within SPS and in surrounding districts. Yeah, because Seattle is in Washington, and Washington is a jackass state. Washington is a fucking clown state. So is Oregon. And look, I work in New York City. New York City is a fucking clown city, all right? This is not I don't want to give the impression that this is relegated to the Pacific Northwest, but I would say that everything from Los Angeles north on the West Coast is just fucking batshit. And then over here, everything from, I would say, about lower Manhattan north to Massachusetts is equally batshit. Like, Staten Island is okay, and then Maine is okay. And then, well, Maine's its own breed of batshit, but we're talking about this fucking woke batshit. Yeah, Maine's like the fucking Alabama of the North. Shout out, Maine. But this is their fucking justification. Lisa Rivera Smith, yeah, a Seattle. You hear Seattle school board member, hyphenated last name, one of them Latinx, and you're dealing with a fucking wacko. Who represents the area, including the school, said, although no constituents have contracted her about it, she could see how some students might not have the resources or can't afford to buy Halloween costumes, and how that could be divisive. Wouldn't the fucking solution to this then, if you want to talk about like real equity and building a really wholesome, together, unified society, wouldn't the solution be to have like a drive where people donated costume items and they came together to support their less fortunate classmates, and they had like a big day where everyone in class like put costumes together as a group, and then everyone went and like kind of picked one out, like something fun like that, and then they could parade around and eat candy, and have an awesome holiday and have a good time like we did when we were kids, instead of being like, no, I'm sorry, I regret to inform you, Halloween is canceled. You will not be enjoying yourselves, kids. Fuck you. Like, go fuck yourself, kid. Like, what the fuck is this? What shitty fucking people. And they're doing it under this bullshit guise of being kind. Like, they would call me the problem for criticizing this, as opposed to them being the problem. Like, this is the divisive thing. It's divisive to cancel Halloween and be like, I'm sorry, but the black and the Hispanic kids don't like Halloween, so you can't have any. Like, that's essentially what they're saying, which is actually racist as fuck, if you ask me. The solution is to have everybody have fun and celebrate Halloween together. That seems obvious. We do. This is what I accidentally teased before. This fucking jerk off. I will share this now. Happy Halloween, folks. Oh, this fucking asshole. Oh, fucking Bill de Blasio. Look at that. If you're one of the idiots who listens to the podcast instead of watches the live stream, Bill de Blasio, I have a picture up on the screen of him dressed as a Star Trek character. Just looks like a complete doofus. Mayor Bill de Blasio said he's among the Trekkies, but on Thursday, and I love this, mixed up two key characters from the science fiction series. That's right. Bill de Blasio, who also loves ska, by the way, big ska fan. He loves many ska hits. He loves the Clash. On Thursday, mixed up two key characters from the science fiction series. As he advised New Yorkers Thursday on how to avoid spreading COVID-19 during Halloween, de Blasio incorrectly identified his costume from Star Trek. Let's take a look at this. Let's go to the videotape. Oh, I hate him so fucking much.
Halloween is almost here, and it's time to choose your costume. I've chosen mine. This is my homage to Captain Kirk. But I want to remind everyone of the prime directive. Long and prosper.
Wait for it. Oh, fucking wait for it.
With candy.
Oh, I fucking hate him. How could anyone vote for this fucking... Can you imagine people have seen this man. This is his public persona. And people are like, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my vote, which people died for. People died for my right to vote. People fought for it. They marched in the streets. I'm going to use it on this fucking asshole.
Everyone of the prime directive, live long and prosper with candy.
What the fuck does that even mean? That's live long and prosper with candy. First of all, if you just ate candy for a long time, you'd get diabetes. All right, you wouldn't live long. You would, as as Chris DiStefano explained on the Wendy Williams show, you'd show up at age 50 with one foot missing because they'd have to amputate it because of your diabetes. You eat candy on Halloween. It's a fun day. It's part of the celebration. You don't eat it every day. You wouldn't live long and prosper. Live long and prosper on protein shakes. What else does the mayor have to say?
All right, now, beam me up. I'm supposed to change costumes immediately.
Beam me up. Oh, where was he going to get beamed? There's no beam. And they didn't even have anything planned. And he didn't, I don't think, no one laughed, did they?
All right, now, beam me up. I'm supposed to...
Nobody laughed. So this is what happened. Nobody fucking laughed. There was not, this is at a press conference. Like, there are people there. Not a sound.
It's change costumes immediately, right? It's supposed to just... Okay, I'm going to have to put this back on. How...
That was so fucking uncomfortable. Like, that was like when, you remember what was it, Jeb Bush? When he was like, please clap. That was a please clap moment. Like, Bill de Blasio just had to explain his shitty joke. I love it. He is such a fucking loser. Fuck anybody who voted for this fucking guy. What a fucking tool. I believe he is going to be running for governor, which I'm actually thrilled about because we get more of this.
Halloween is almost here. And it's time to choose your costume. I've chosen mine. This is my homage to Captain Kirk.
It's his homage to Captain Kirk, except, and I have to go to my notes for this because I don't actually know anything about Star Trek. As he advised New Yorkers Thursday on how to avoid spreading COVID-19 during Halloween, de Blasio incorrectly identified his costume from Star Trek, claiming to pay homage to Captain Kirk while dressing like Spock. I would have killed to be at this press conference. I have been trying to figure out how to get added to fucking the de Blasio press corps forever. I need to get him. I hope he runs for governor, because then he's going to have to go out and do a bunch of public events, because I would love to attend a de Blasio event. About 45 minutes into his daily press briefing, the wardrobe-shifting lame duck mayor suddenly appeared in a blue long-sleeve shirt with a gold Starfleet emblem, which he said will be his getup for the upcoming holiday. And I guess he was wearing the wrong uniform, and someone called him out. Where is it? Oh, this is it, yeah. A reporter later in the press briefing brought up that Captain Kirk did not wear blue. De Blasio acknowledged the mess-up, noting the fictional series character wore a burnt yellow. And fucking douchebag de Blasio says, I always say I'm going to give credit where credit is due to the media. That's a good catch. Like, he just got it blatantly wrong. After saying that he's a big Trekkie, he said, I guess he was interviewed. Where the fuck? Oh, during a virtual press briefing back in April, he said that him and his wife are big Trekkies and have been very devoted to all the different iterations of Star Trek. When he was joined by actor Michelle Hurd, who portrays Raffi Musiker in Star Trek Picard. So I love it. He was just being an asshole, claiming that he loves Star Trek because because an actress from Star Trek was on this panel with him, or this press briefing, and so he just lied and said that he was. This is like when he says he loves ska and all the so many great hits, London Calling, fucking. This is the exact same thing, saying he's very devoted to all different iterations of Star Trek. Like, no, you would name your favorite one. Like, you would say something about your favorite episode. And he says, so this is what he said after admitting that he got caught fucking up his costume. He says, "I like blue a lot, but you're right. It's historically inaccurate, but I'm still gonna wear it because now we bought it." Like, what a fucking dope. This fucking dope is in charge of, like, the biggest city in the world. Like, the city that is referred to as, like, the crossroads of the universe. The city that holds itself in such regard that they think of themselves as the most important city on the planet. And this jackass is running things. The people of this city picked this moron to run things. Unfucking believable. Let's watch it one more time just for fun.
Halloween is almost here, and it's time to choose your costume. I've chosen mine. This is my homage to Captain Kirk.
Nope.
I want to remind everyone of the prime directive: live long and prosper with candy.
Boo!
Beam me up.
Boo!
Right? It's supposed to do
Boo! Boo! You fucking suck. Ugh. Oh my god, I hate his stupid. Look at his stupid face one last time before I close out of this tab. Goodbye, jerko. Bye-bye, dickhead. Oh my god. I love ska. What a fucking asshole. I want to thank you guys for being here and celebrating Halloween, the Spooktacular with me. One of my favorite episodes every year. And I always get some content with my uncle, who is a rather wild individual. Not Uncle Dave. I was not molested. I'm twice my uncle's size, so I would, if there was any molesting going on, I would be the one doing the molesting. But in any case, he always submits a piece of content for us, and I wanted to share it. Let me see if I can go ahead and cue this up. Here we go.
Halloween is here again. Stags and goblins round the bend. Kids these days are really sick. Dressed up like inverted dicks. Werewolves running through the yards. Little scumbags egging cars. Trick-or-treaters knock on doors. Grandma's dressed up like a whore. She loves to thrash her saggy kids. Then lap dance grandpa as he shits. They take this shit logs from the bowl and wrap them up like Tootsie Rolls. Then drop them in the kids' bags. And hope the little fuckers gag. And junkies hide in rotted sheds and shoot their dope and end up dead. The trick-or-treaters head back home, catch mom and daddy getting stoned. Mommy's licking daddy's ass. Daddy farts and starts to laugh. So what's the moral of this tale? Get all the psychos out of jail. They'll murder you on mischief night. Jerk off and vanish out of sight. Through graveyards where the zombies roam, to all that's dead it's home sweet home. Where bats are born to fly and suck, where warlocks and witches fuck. As Satan lights the earth ablaze, and Hendrix fans sing Purple Haze. So smash a pumpkin, kill a rat. If you're bored, dissect a cat. Papa Molly, go in style, befriend your local pedophile. Then come on out and have a scream, and have a bloody Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody.
All right. Well, that is I remember my first time trying to properly mic a video. Yeah. Thank you. I don't even know what that's in reference to. We're always fucked up with audio and video here. So what are you gonna do? It could be a million things. In any case, let me get the big tits back up for you. There you go. Fat ass set of fucking jugs for you on Halloween. Thank you guys for joining us. Obviously, the big tits are that time in the show when I implore you to subscribe, to like, to probably. Sorry, I was hitting the fucking vape before, so I am a tad ripped. I've been drinking this Rogue Dead Guy Ale because it is Halloween after all, and what better to do on Halloween than drink some Dead Guy? The big tits, a reminder to check out the live stream, facebook.com/The Savage Crew, Mike Montone on YouTube, Twitter @Mike Montone, Instagram @Gary_Moyler, MOYLER, and tell your friends if they like big tits, they can check them out on the live stream. If for some weird reason they don't like big tits, which would be I don't know why. I think everyone loves big tits. They can listen to the audio version, the Savage Sacktap, wherever podcasts are available. And again, if it's in a place where if it's not available where you download, give me a heads up and I will submit the RSS feed. And with all of that done, I will bid you motherfuckers farewell. No, actually, Thomas Hager, have you heard the story of how this happened? I caught a football helmet to the face in 10th grade and busted the tendon. And whatchamacallit, if I had gotten it cut to go in and fix it, I would have had to miss the rest of the season. I didn't want to do that, and then I just kept kicking the can down the road. So it just never happened, and now I live with it like this. And what are you gonna do? I don't mind. In any case, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here and eat some dinner. I got sushi. All right, adios, motherfuckers. Thank you for joining us. Bye bye.